replacements in what is going to be the finale of the series. I have done all we can. We've done all we can. It's not the replacements anymore. It's not the franchise that we started, and that's not a bad thing, but it's now the Bison. And for a franchise that's called the replacements, this is everything but. We've gone through the ups and the downs, the adversity, the bullshit that came and was shoveled onto us from the NFL last year with the Redskins. But we've come through the other side, and we're now the Bison. This is a Bison career mode. You got Trevor Lawrence, franchise. You got franchise players. Trevor Lawrence, Jonathan Taylor, Rondale Moore, Trey Adams, Foster Sorrell, Colby Parkinson. Throwing Isaiah Simmons, Marlon Davidson, Chase Lucas, 75. Started to have corner. I mean, this is a team full of youngsters. Like, this is the Browns. This is the Browns where last year everyone, oh, the Browns are Browns. But when you looked at the roster, they had a bunch of studs on both sides of the ball. That is what this team is. So I feel like rather than keep calling this replacements, because that's not really what it is, I mean, we can go on to different franchise modes. We should put this one to bed, but do it with a cherry on top. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try to see it through for a couple seasons. I think we're going to do 3 years, and we're going to see just how well the Bison can do. You know, what is the aftermath of the replacements going to be? Is it going to be a Bison team that, you know, won the Super Bowl, that has obviously a not probably high 90s quarterback, you know, QB taking the league by storm in Trevor Lawrence? Has he led them to a Super Bowl, you know, X amount of years after they were the black eye of the National Football League in the replacements? That is what we are going to find out here today, and hopefully get a lot of wins here. Hopefully we can still find a way to stick it to the league. But yes, this will be the season finale, series finale, both for the replacements. I think we're gonna do 3 seasons, maybe. You know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll go where this team wants to take us. If they want to go on a deep playoff run, or if we struggle, we might give them an extra year or two. But the plan is right now just to see what this team can bring to us in the near future. And let's get into it by starting with the 2020 season. And at the end of the first year as the Bison, I think we won 3 in a row to close out the year. Our team finished 60. I mean, we definitely are a big time progression. Everyone's starting to look a little bit better. We're starting to come together as a squad, and we finished 7-9. So tied for last in the NFCs, but hey, we're third technically, and only a game back from coming in at second place. Looking at the stats here, Trevor Lawrence as a rookie, very good. Almost 4,000 passing yards, 33 touchdowns to 11 picks. Over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor. Given the quality of our offensive line, that is pretty good numbers. Rondale Moore, 88 catches, 945 yards, 7 touchdowns. We got 84 catches, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns from Parkinson, who actually, when we look at the stats here, got himself a dev trade increase. Made the Pro Bowl. Love to see that. That guy's going to be a baller. Deshaun Jackson got us some good production, as did Percy Harvin. So we still got some of the replacement players making a big impact. Scooby Wright led the team with 121 tackles. We got 4 sacks from Michael Sam, 8 TFLs, 14 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks from Marlon Davidson. We got 3 picks from Marcel Spears, 2 from Chase Lucas, who I think is up to an 80 overall. So that's good. He didn't lose his star dev. So yeah, all things, you know, we were still the worst team on paper in the league, and the fact that we finished with the record that we did, I think, is very, very impressive. MVP went to Baker Mayfield. More so, I want to look at, you know, the younger players. You know, where do we show up for the younger players? Look at that, Trevor Lawrence coming in at number 9 in the Offensive Player of the Year voting. Defensive Player of the Year, we had nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to, oh, come on, Justin Herbert beating out Trevor Lawrence. Jonathan Taylor at number 3. Rondale Moore at number 4. Colby Parkinson at number 5. Again, man, can't stress enough how freakishly good this team is. Marcel Spears got Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't necessarily think he got a dev trade increase, though. Chase Lucas coming in at number 4. Bryce Hall at 6. Isaiah Simmons at 7. Marlon Davidson at 8. James Lynch at 9. Like I said, we have the best young team in the National Football League. Let me just double check if Marcel Spears got a dev trade increase. I don't think he did. No, he didn't. He's still stuck in a normal. Come on, man. If you get Defensive Rookie of the Year and you're like a sub 70 overall, that got to be at least a quick dev trade. But still, really, really productive year here for the Bison, becoming a team to be known, to be reckoned with, and we have a lot of money for this upcoming free agency period to spend on some big name free agents. If, you know, obviously takes 2 to tango, they're gonna want to have to come to the team. But I'm expecting a massive offseason for the Bison. And for free agent, we're gonna be spending a lot of money, hopefully. We got Taco Charlton here as a defensive end, former Dallas Cowboy. He's an 87 quick. We got Sidney Jones Formerly the Eagles, he's an 84 star dev corner at 25. That would be a massive get. We got Josh Jones, who's 26.79 at free safety, and Hassan Riddick, 79 quick dev linebacker here, where we'll probably, I don't know, we can probably be pretty flexible with the move him inside and or outside. So we'll make sure we're the top bid by a decent amount on all these players outside of Taco Charlton, who's probably the least, crucial players, I think, for us to get, just because I'm not overly a huge fan of them. But we should be in a prime position to land all 4 of these players and carry that into the draft. So in free agency, we got everyone but Taco Charlton as expected. And looking at our draft, very good draft. In the first round at pick 15, we got Morgan Chung from Oklahoma, 82 star dev guard. We definitely need to beef up the interior. He had 41 reps on the bench press, so I was like, yes, sir. 95 strength. This guy is ridiculous. He's pretty much like, he's Quentin Nelson. He's pretty much Quentin Nelson. Then the second round, we got Katani, 74 center from Wyoming. He actually probably will start. Third round, another great pick in Tramon Lett, 78 star dev wide receiver from UCLA, coming in with 90 speed, 84 catching, 88 short route running. Nice compliment there to what we have in Rondale Moore. We got a 77 guard here in the 4th round, Gary Conheeney from Mississippi State. He'll come in, just be depth. Actually, might even challenge to start. We got Kenyon Gross, 71 linebacker, and then just depth at center here. There's not much there in the 7th round. So an outstanding draft, as we are only going to be better and hopefully finish above 500. Going from the replacements 2 years ago to finishing above 500 seems absolutely ridiculous to me, but with how well we have been able to draft, it's a very legitimate possibility. 2021 season is upon us, and our team is already, like I said, on paper, ridiculous. 75 overall, 81 offense, 75 defense. As far as changes, we have a new center and guard, 82 Chung, 74 Katani. Our wide receiver core is going to go with Lett and Colin Johnson from Texas, along with Rondale Moore. Trevor Lawrence is almost a 90 overall. Jonathan Taylor, an 83 on the defense. 75 work in progress. We definitely need some help at defensive end, so we did bring in JPP as a veteran signing. But other than that, man, we're going to be rocking and rolling with these young guys and hoping to God that they can continue to develop. And there's a legitimate shot that we are going to be in the 80s overalls when all is said and done come the end of this year, if not a playoff contender. At the end of year 2021, still work in progress, bottom of the division now, but still competitive at 6-9. Our team is up to a 79 overall with an 87 offense, 79 defense, and we still carry over an absurd amount of salary cap. Because like even with the signings we made last year in the free agency period, we didn't get like a star. Like we didn't pay anyone over like $35 million. I think Sidney Jones was the most expensive contract. So again, we're only going to get better. Trevor Lawrence is a 92, Jonathan Taylor 88, Rondale Moore is an 84. Lett, our wide receiver, that was pretty goddamn promising, is an 82. Parkinson's an 86. Everyone on the offensive line is, three of 5 are in the 80s. Darrell Williams should be in the 80s sooner than later. So that's a really good, complete offense, I think, from top to bottom. Defense, it's a little bit more of a work in progress, but I think our secondary is pretty damn strong. Our linebackers are solid, and we definitely have a very, I think, future star here in Marlon Davidson. 83 quick, so probably by the end of next year he's up to an 85. But definitely, we don't want to try to add some edge rushers, maybe another linebacker to come in and compete. But this team is like, we'll say 5 pieces away, I think, from being regarded as one of the best rosters in the game. So I'm excited to get into this offseason. But also a quick look at the stats here for the year. Mr. Trevor Lawrence, not a terrible year, but definitely not the same kind of year he had last year. 4,300 yards, 21 tutties, 8 interceptions, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor. That is very nice. 95 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns from Rondale Moore, 740 and 3 from Parkinson, 780 and 3 from Lett. Colin Johnson, 904. That is really, really nice. Kendall Beckwith, 116 tackles, leading the team. We got 6 sacks from Kenyon Gross, like our 6th round pick. So that is great production there. Interceptions definitely could have been better given the talent that we have on the team. MVP went to Matt Ryan. I don't really think we're going to have too many people here. Ezekiel Elliott. Let's just see if there's any Bison. Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Tramon Lett at number 3. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Muhammad. Is his first name Venison? You'll say, oh, okay. But yeah, just an all right year. Another year, and just more so view that as a progression year. Oh, we spending, boy. Leighton Vander Esch, who's always a free agent. Don't know why Dallas never re-signs him, but bring him in. He's a 99. We got J.J. Watt, because if we do want to try to make a playoff run, you do need the help of some veterans. We got Michael Gallup, another former Dallas Cowboy wide receiver, to really complete the wide receiver core. Even though we got good numbers from wide receiver 3, Colin Johnson, last year, I feel like even as a wide receiver 4, he can still contribute. And then we got Josh Sweat opposed J.J. Watt at that defensive end position. So all 4 of these guys, we have very, very strong competitive bids. I'm excited to hopefully land all these guys on lucrative deals to help take the Bison into year 3 as legitimate playoff hopefuls. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Just one offseason. We're already one of the best teams in the game. Now let's just go dominate the draft. Bring the pain year 3. Here's how our draft finished out this outstanding offseason. We got another freak of nature in the draft. We got Malcolm Patrick, 82 defensive end. Might actually move him into D tackle. Might actually move J.J. Watt into D. I don't know yet. But 82, this guy's just incredible. He was incredible. We got a 76 linebacker, 74 D tackle, 73 running back, 70 corner, and then just some depth to finish it out. But I ain't worried. One hell of a draft, one hell of an offseason. We're going on a run. I feel like year 3 is going to be a year of destiny for the OKC Bison. Year 3, we're at 85 overall, 89 offense, 89 defense as well. Bounces. You get no changes to note on the offense outside of adding Michael Gallup at wide receiver. He is an 88 overall, looking to bring some production and hopefully win a little bit, unlike probably what was going on there in Dallas. On the defensive side, that is where we have a lot of changes. Josh Sweat, J.J. Watt, Patrick, who was our first-round pick. We're actually sliding him from defensive end inside to defensive tackle. You throw in another former Dallas Cowboy in Leighton Vander Esch, 99 overall outside linebacker. And what are the replacements? This is now a juiced roster from top to bottom, and I'm firmly expecting a playoff push here in year 2022. And at the end of year 3, 2022, we got the first round bye because our team is scary good, man. 88 overall, 93 offense, 91 defense. Trevor Lawrence, I mean, obviously all these guys have their confidence boost, but he's almost a perfect 99. Taylor's into the 90s. Chung has been an outstanding, pretty much Quentin Nelson 2.0. Offensive line's developed nicely. Parkinson, very decent defensively. We've had a big year out of Mr. J.J. Watt. I don't know what the J.J. stands for. Justin James, I think. But just outstanding year, winning the NFC East. I told you, year 3 was going to be money, baby. Taking a look at the stats, Trevor Lawrence, 4,100 passing yards, 34 touchdowns to 9 picks. We got 1,200 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor. Big year for Michael Gallup, coming in as a free agent, and he actually produces. 97 catches, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Good year from Rondale Moore. Maybe out of all the stars, he's lived up the least. Parks had a good year, nice year as well. Defensively, Leighton Vander Esch just comes in and gets 112 tackles. Nice season from Kendall Beckwith as well. Sacks front, J.J. Watt, 15 sacks. You know, he was brought in as the mercenary to try and help us win a Super Bowl. And we've definitely put ourselves in a good position to do that. Sidney Jones led the team with 4 interceptions. Yearly awards, Todd Gurley got himself the MVP with Trevor Lawrence. Look at all these young quarterbacks here. But Trevor Lawrence coming in at number 8 during that race. Did we actually get Coach of the Year? No, of course not. NFC, Offensive Player of the Year went to Todd Gurley with Trevor Lawrence coming in at 7. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack with Leighton Vander Esch coming in at number 2. And I don't really give a shit about the rookie. So, we got that first round bye. Let's find out who we're going to be taking on in the NFC division round and see if within 3 years we can go from worst to first as we take on at Bison Field the 9-6-1 Atlanta Falcons. All right, we're going to play the moments here because, you know, we don't always have to end a franchise with a Super Bowl. If we can get to one, if this team that we have built from the bottom can earn their way to a Super Bowl, we'll play it. We'll try to win it. But they have to do it the hard way. No, we're not just going to make this a glorified, realistic rebuild. These guys have to do it themselves. We're not going to make it a year 5 Super Bowl or bust. And I actually kind of feel like, you know, I'm intrigued by not having a series end with a Super Bowl. Just because, you know, what if? It leaves the door open for us to make a return at some point. I mean, there's still plenty of time before the Madden 20 season kicks in. And we're looking actually pretty competitive here today. I don't know why I'm talking like we're going to lose. We are putting up points on this Atlanta Falcons team. About 34-20 right now. Trevor Lawrence showing why he can outduel the guy that constantly, for whatever reason, is an MVP consideration, Mr. Matt Ryan. And we get the dub and move on to the NFC Championship game. 36-27 victory. Trevor Lawrence, 290 passing yards, 3 touchdowns on the day. Who caught them? Michael Gallup and Moore had 2 catches each. Who had the Colby? Oh, we just fed the tight end. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, let's go. Let's move on to the next round. And in the NFC Championship game, we got the New Orleans Saints. Okay, they're a tough team in the sim. They're probably like the Chargers of the NFC in the sim, as we're already down 3 touchdowns before halftime, which is not great, but we're pushing it here. We bring it in within 1. Our team is very resilient, but we need to have, we got 2 straight tutties to end the first half. We need that momentum to carry into the second half, which it has not whatsoever. I don't think we've crossed the 50-yard line. Let's go in the red zone here. 3rd down alert. Oh, we should have went in on 4th down. God damn it! God damn it! We lost. Oh, Jacoby Brissett too? Why is he always a sim god? Whatever team Jacoby Brissett goes to ends up being an absolute monster. But maybe that's fitting. Maybe that's fitting. Leave the door open. And also, it doesn't mean every franchise mode has to have a storybook ending, The Bison, ultimately, at its core right now, looks like the most pristine organization in sports. It looked like the best young team going forward. You have the young franchise quarterback, all the skill position players, top to bottom, brought in some veterans. Like, I'm sure next year, they'll be going on a very legitimate run. And I guess that's our Super Bowl, starting from the replacements with the team that was what? Where we have 40 overall. And now we're at a point where this team is going to be a perennial contender in the NFC, a perennial Super Bowl favorite, Super Bowl contender, whatever side of the spectrum you're on. Is that not, winning? Did we not win the franchise mode by tearing in the team and making it what it is in front of you guys today? I think we did pretty well. But there you go, guys. For now, that is how we're going to end the replacements franchise, because we've moved on from it. It's the Bisons now. They're gonna go on and do their own thing. Maybe in Fantasy World, maybe we return back to it at some point before the Madden 19 season is done. But I will tell you right now that there's a new series, a new franchise mode of brewing. Make sure you stay tuned to your sub boxes. I'm guaranteeing you guys are gonna love it. But for everyone that's been here for almost 20 episodes of The Replacements, we had a lot of fun with this series. Started out kind of rocky. Yeah, I can admit, started out not the greatest. But when all is said and done, I think we had a very, very fun series. I don't know where it's going to rank next to the Huskies. I think the Huskies still has that special place in my heart, obviously with the Canada Bill and stuff. But The Replacements also, got scratched a certain itch that I want to do and present in a franchise mode. And now, it's time to keep on moving. And like I said, we are going to be dropping the new trailer sooner than later for the new franchise mode. I think you guys are going to eat it up. You guys are going to love it. Like Ezekiel Elliott, feed me more. So, stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for all the support. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.